welcome back to the Quarantine Baking Chronicles, where I bake mediocre things you're bored enough to watch. I bet you didn't think I was going to be back after my terrible tragedy that happened with the healthy tiramisu. I thought I would go back to the basics and make something from a blog that I knew was trusty. I'm going to follow the recipe all the way. It's already all vegan, so there's no substitutions needed. Today we are making Pop-Tarts, which is one of my favorite childhood snacks. And these Pop-Tarts are not like the traditional like store-bought Pop-Tarts. They look kind of like more toaster strudels. But they're just a little bit different. I can only compare things to nasty childhood snacks because that's all I know because I'm 2 years old. They've got sugar, they've got butter, the two big components that make a dessert. So the recipe that I'm following is from Minimalist Baker. She's Minimalist Baker, so there's only a few ingredients, very simple, easy to follow. I can handle this. Let's get started. First thing it says to do is to preheat the oven to 375. Prepare the compote. Placing berries in a small saucepan over medium heat. The berries I'm using today is a berry medley.
It has raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries.
So we're gonna do a little mixed berry Pop-Tart. I'm using the big burner because go big or go home. This is 1 heaping cup. Heaping cup. Check. Teaspoon of sugar. There she is in all her glory. I'm actually gonna use a potato masher for this to really squish those berries down up in this pot. I'm gonna set aside and let it cool while I make the rest of the pastry.
To prepare a crust, mix flour and salt in a large bowl, then cut in butter with a fork or pastry cutter until well combined.
For 2 cups of flour, 1 pinch of salt, 2/3 cup cold vegan butter. Love me some. Lulu, I'm talking about butter right now. Please stop. Like, it's just confusing. 4, 5.5. Now we cut it. This butter is way too cold. You need to cut. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess and my apron is stuck. That's what happens when I try to wrap, because I shouldn't, so. I should just stick to making things with butter. Okay. Using a tablespoon, drizzle cold water over the mixture and mix with a wooden spoon until it starts to form a dough. I don't know why the spoon has to be wooden, but I don't want to ruin another recipe, so I'm going to use it. Minimalist Baker added 2 to 3 tablespoons, and she said you may need to add up to 5. So let me get my wooden spoon. It's stuck. Oh, I was pulling at part of a tom. What? How does this even work? Oh, it's a salad. Whatever. This is way too big. I don't know why it has to be wooden. Okay, I'm about to just use my hands. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's almost a ball. My hands look like this, so Vogue.
Next, I'm supposed to put this on a floured surface, shape it into a disc, and then use a rolling pin to roll it into a large rectangle.
Alright. Okay. Am I supposed to flour the pin too? Oh. Yeah, this is not quite working. Okay, so it's not a rectangle, but hope it works. Now I'm supposed to cut into 12 equal squares, not rectangles. This isn't quite a square, but it should work. Okay, these keep breaking. I'm getting annoyed. Alright, that's forever.
Place about a tablespoon of filling on half of the squares, leaving a 1/4 inch border to seal the edges. Then use your finger to dot water around the edges so the 2 squares stick together. Top the squares with their matching halves and then seal it in with the fork.
Oh gosh. I think this is gonna seep everywhere. I think I cut the squares too small. Oh gosh, it's already coming out. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a mess. This is what they look like, which is cute if you like gushing, oozing things. They're not too pretty. I think I cut the squares too small. I also don't know why they couldn't be rectangles. And they're already gushing out, so I think that's just gonna be worse over time. But hope they taste good. So I'm gonna stick them in the oven for 20 minutes and then make the frosting for the top. For the glaze, we need a cup of powdered sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/2 tablespoon of butter. So I didn't read, but the butter needed to be melted, so I'm gonna do that real quick. And a splash of almond or soy milk, which I don't have, so oat milk it is. Looks pretty good. I know I said I wasn't gonna stray from the recipe, but I just had an idea to use some of that compote to naturally color and flavor this frosting. I'm gonna try that and I hope it goes well. It's a little clumpy now, but at least it has some color. Here's what they look like. They're a little rustic, raw, uncut, edgy, unrefined, but they smell good. I think they'll be okay. We'll put the frosting on once they cool. Oh, also, I had a little bit of leftover dough, and I don't know why I didn't film this because this is probably the funniest part because the rest of this video is just boring. But I used the rest of the dough to try to make another Pop-Tart, and this is what it looks like. This is my proudest moment. All right, we're gonna let them cool, and then we're gonna frost them and try them. There's like some excess crust that I'm just gonna pick off, and it'll look a little bit prettier that way. Drizzle with the glaze. Here's an up-close shot of my bonus mini Pop-Tart. Do we look alike? The recipe ends there with just the glaze, but if you've ever eaten a strawberry or blueberry Pop-Tart in your life, you know that there's sprinkles on there. And most sprinkles aren't vegan because they have confectioner's glaze, which is actually made from like bug, insect remnants or whatever, I don't know. But I have some vegan sprinkles, so I'm gonna sprinkle those on top, and that's that. And they're just falling right off. Here are what my Pop-Tarts look like. They look pretty good compared to what I thought they would look like once they started oozing everywhere. They're definitely unique and rugged, but I think they're gonna taste good. Here we go, I'm gonna try this one. Looks pretty good. It's gushing a little bit out the side, so I think it might be messy. Wow, that is really good. Here's what the inside looks like. It is really good. Like the texture and the taste of the pastry part is spot on with like classic Pop-Tarts. Also, I know I'll lick them this time because it's actually good. I wish I could have made them prettier. I wanted to make them rectangles. I should have made the dough bigger so it could fit more of the compote, but it is what it is. Yay! I told you I would come back. I made my comeback, and we're back. We're stronger than ever. Allie tested and improved.